Chasing the stars, we'll stride into the dawn. Never back down till the battle is won. Face each foe with hearts brave and true, unafraid of the unknown, because I'll face it all with you.
Hello, I'm the review. You review it, I review you. And I'm at Disneyland with these guys. How did I get here? And today we're going to be taking a look at Doggans' review of Fantasmic. Help me!
But as I've mentioned before, I've only ever seen the East Coast version of Fantasmic. This show started with me comparing the East and the West Coast, so if only I had a line of dialogue that was an obvious setup for a special appearance by a Disneyland expert or two.
Or three.
I mean, if we only had a wheelbarrow, that would be something.
Okay, between the three of us, I know we've got clips, but let's just try not to jump over each other, okay? No promises.
Oh hey, some jerk with a camera, how's it going?
Oh, hey, some jerk with a camera, how's it going? Me, Gansley.
That's not how my last name is pronounced.
I'll mispronounce your last name all I want. You stole my idea for a Disney park review show.
What? He wasn't using it anymore.
Okay, in my defense, I started filming and editing my Disney Park review show long before yours premiered. I just didn't finish it until afterwards.
Aha! Then you admit that you also stole my idea of taking forever to finish an episode.
Hey, I would have procrastinated long ago, I just kept putting it off. Besides, our shows are totally different.
How? How are our shows different?
Well, for one thing, people actually watch your show.
You know, I made a Disneyland video before either of you.
Spazmaster, go find my keys.
No.
Find the key, oh how happy you'll be.
Besides, I'll never forgive you for letting that jerk me beat me and isn't still there. I still have the whip marks. Let me show you.
Oh, dear God in heaven, no.
Those are stretch marks, they happen.
We're not even 2 minutes in the review. Could you tone it down with the references?
No.
Can't even be mad at that. Now, where'd I put my keys?
Oh, hey, you found them.
Fantasmic was developed by Disneyland Entertainment in association with Walt Disney Imagineering and Walt Disney Feature Animation. That's right, it took 3 whole arms of a giant corporate behemoth to pull this show off.
Huh. I thought I only had 2. More than I have.
There was even an idea for another Rivers of America show focused around the Haunted Mansion, with the ghosts floating out of the mansion and towards the river, but they just didn't have the effects technology yet to do that idea justice.
Oh, come on!
It wasn't until they discovered a French company's prototype for a water projection screen that the pieces fell into place.
What? Say the line, Tendo.
Do you want me to get beaten down with baguettes in this car go again?
Did he stutter?
You don't blame your kids, you blame the French.
And then there was the content the screens would display. Keep in mind, this was before any schmuck with a half-decent laptop could manipulate footage in any way they wanted.
Hi, we're any schmucks.
So the executive who came up with the slogan was a 100-story building.
Yep.
And as punishment, they crashed a plane into him.
You do not cross Disney.
Too close, a little too close.
So they built the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater in a space that used to be a cast member parking lot. Because Michael Eisner won't rest until every parking lot in the world is destroyed.
So, would this be Iger's pushback?
Some of the sets are noticeably cheaper than their West Coast counterparts, which is one of many issues a lot of theme park enthusiasts have with this version. But considering your average theme park guest apparently thinks Disney gift cards work at SeaWorld...
Luckily, Universal, people aren't that stupid. They realize they're the competition. At least in my experience as an employee.
Really?
No.
It's nice that they at least do something for the people who have been waiting all day to see the show, but it's a bit like gearing up for a midnight screening of Avengers 2, only to have it preempted by an episode of Hanna-Barbera's Fantastic Four cartoon. And I don't want to see that.
Some people really have no respect for culture, do they?
Originally, the show was going to simply be called Imagination, but they couldn't trademark that name.
Don't worry, little purple effer has it covered.
Hey, he's a nice guy. He doesn't deserve that. Even if he does still owe me legal fees.
Sparrow owes legal fees?
Jerk, do you want to be in the review or not?
Only when I get to insult you.
Why are these guys just us?
So, you don't have any friends on your own coast, do you, Gansel? You're like the 9/11 of people.
What does that even mean? A tragic disaster that no one will ever forget?
A magnet for conspiracy theories?
And for the safety of our performers, the use of laser pointers during the performance is strictly prohibited.
Sorry, you said something?
During the performance, the lights in the theater will be dimmed. Please remain in your seats until the lighting line returns to normal. We would like to remind you that the lights in the theater will be dimmed during the performance.
Does the audience really need this much warning for a drop in lighting?
To be fair, most theme park guests need to be reminded not to put on their 3D glasses before being seated.
The world is 3D!
Would you stop this foolishness?
What kind of foolishness would you like?
Nothing is more wonderful than the imagination. For in a moment, you can experience a beautiful fantasy or an exciting adventure.
In fact, why the hell did you spend so much money on park tickets? You could have just stayed home and imagined a wonderful vacation. We even have video games to help you.
Don't tell them that! They might not spend money here if they realize that!
The music starts. The lights come up. The praises of imagination are sung.
The popcorn is popped.
The pretzels are salted. I told you guys to eat before we did this.
Mickey Mouse appears and the crowd goes absolutely wild!
Guys, it's Mickey! At a Disney park! I can't believe it!
I don't buy it.
Yeah, you'd think the Disney cats would have chased him out, or worse, eaten him.
Mickey raises a particularly phallic stream of water.
Do we even need to make a joke here? Jerk basically made this joke for us down the line.
Dude, I'm not a doctor or anything, but you might want to get that looked at.
I mean, he did call Doggans an escapist lemming. Conspiracy!
Go away, Grumpy Mickey. We need to talk about the show that stars Happy Mickey.
As long as they're not dealing with crackhead Mickey.
There's also dancers dressed as a giant flower on stage. See? Flower imagery? So extreme.
Does this have anything to do with that talk I had with Mr. Red?
We'll tell you when you're older.
I'm older than both of you! He admits it! Old!
Nothing says staying late at a park that doesn't serve alcohol like a drunken hallucination.
That aged interestingly.
What exactly was Mickey smoking when he had this dream?
Whatever Rafiki's got in that pot.
What's in that pot?
Trust me on this? You don't want to know. Reviewer, don't tell him. You should have told me, but you did. Now I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
You have a lot of sequences like this because when they built your precious amphitheater, they figured they had to make the show longer to justify it. Because, after all, everything has to be bigger in Florida.
So what the hell's your excuse?
You're not a eunuch, are you?
Then there's the angelfish doing a weirdly tender dance.
You know, Jerk has been trying to prove that this is a sex dream this entire video, and yet he misses this evidence.
And this is where both dreams catch up to each other as Mickey dreams about drowning a cricket.
Is that a euphemism, or did Jack Horner take over the dream here?
Suddenly, Europe invades. What the hell?
World history summed up in one sentence.
This probably makes more sense in Disneyland because you're watching the show in Frontierland.
Who watches the show from Frontierland? That's a terrible angle.
To be fair, this coast does have the canoes. He is going to murder his arms.
It's the sailing ship Columbia piloted by Captain Hook and his crew on their piratey quest to stop their annoying neighbor kid.
And now you don't even have that. They replaced it with Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought it was a pretty lateral change, honestly. Yeah, I'm here too.
Look! It's John Smith!
Look, he's heroically swinging from one side of the cliff to the other for some reason.
To get to the other side?
He's a chicken?
And then Pocahontas finally shows up at the top of the majestic mountain.
She's just standing there, menacingly!
This date's not going well. Why don't you go to hell? You ain't my love true. It's not me, it's you.
Oh hey, that sounds like Rivera's last date.
We've only known each other for like 2 years. How do you know that?
3 lovelier maids I see.
Wait, 3 maids? I mean, sure, in Disneyland we've only seen 3 princesses, but in Disney World we've seen practically all of them. Why are those the only 3 lovely ones?
I will die on this hill. While she is awesome, Mulan is not a princess.
Neither is Pocahontas.
Play the clip.
If you wear a dress and you have an animal sidekick, you're a princess.
Do you think those are the maids the mirror meant? He could have meant Daisy, Clarabelle, and Clara Cluck. Oh, like it's any creepier to dream about cows and ducks than it is about humans. For Mickey, I mean. Mickey. Yeah. Look, living with con guy really messes with your psyche, okay?
It's never okay. I think we can all agree. It's never okay.
Brought to you by the Council of Shame Creepy Perverts. Remember, just say no to dreaming about cows and ducks.
Cows and ducks?
So, Jerk hates the furry community. Good to know.
I'm just impressed by the Weekenders reference.
Ursula will take matters into her own tentacles.
God, I hope she said tentacles.
Well, I know enough about hentai to know where this is going.
Oh, come on, Xandru. Nothing to lose your head over.
Then she turns into Chernobog, going into the Night on Bald Mountain sequence.
Oh, you mean like this?
Bolt! 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 Bolt!
All right.
The endgame of the transformation sequence is Jafar, and to Florida's credit, they actually give Mickey something to do in this sequence.
It's time to say goodbye to Mickey.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time Jafar went up against Mickey, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Just because a character says a line in the movie doesn't mean it always makes sense for the character to say that line. Observe.
They say that when you that men one morning get up and look in the mirror and they see their father.
That day is tonight. Yes, it is.
Bad example. That one actually worked.
I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on his Monday to Friday brain.
Seriously? You went for the censored version?
Actually, I like this one much better.
You would.
Then Hades turns into Chernobog. Oh my god, twist ending! Greek Satan is actually Slavic Satan!
Oh, no, I know that look. Take it away, my friends.
Except Hades isn't Greek Satan.
It's not even the name of the god of the underworld! The name of the god of the underworld in the Greek myths is Pluto, or Dis in the Roman version. I can't believe this keeps happening. Hades is the name of the Greek underworld, not the name of the guy who leads it. It's like calling the president United States. This makes no sense. Why did this keep happening?
My imagination!
So Maleficent's imagination is the scariest thing in the entire world, scarier than hell itself. What kind of awful stuff could she possibly imagine?
Clearly, you haven't seen her fanfiction.net account.
Really? Oh, come on. It can't be that bad. Reviewer, mind looking it up? Oh, God!
Shouldn't have done that.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel unclean.
I've seen worse.
Wait a minute. Imagination, dragon...
What, you got a problem with Imagine Dragons?
But then the water screen clears and holy crap, there's an actual physical dragon. That's pretty awesome.
Your dragon is cute, but this is our dragon.
Was our dragon.
You'd think dragons would be fireproof.
Should have trained her better.
While the cast members call this dragon Snaps McGee, the fans nicknamed it Murphy because of its frequent demonstration of Murphy's Law.
Is he okay?
Hold on, I know how to fix this.
God damn it! You may think you're so powerful. Well, this is my dream.
Nobody comes between me and my Princess Louie. I have the power.
Erectile dysfunction.
Luckily, there is a cure. Side effects may include withering of flowers, madness, growing to fill a house, shrinkage, blood loss, rabies, betrayal, psychopathy.
So he takes his sword and shoots at the dragon with it. I'm skeptical that after going through this whole ordeal, he'd still have full hearts.
Not only does he have full hearts, you might say, he has a kingdom of hearts.
Hi, fellas. Reviewer, you know when we're not on stream that I cannot hear you.
Yes, and that's good.
Are we?
No.
Oh, dang! I need to get the popcorn for this.
And apparently playing the witch transformation in reverse counts as defeat. Yeah, it'll show that witch who wanted to be beautiful take away her ugliness. In fact, remove that. Didn't the witch in the movie fall from a mountain? You've got a mountain!
Huh, I guess you missed that one in your mountaineering video.
That's exclusive to Florida. Since when does Hollywood Studios have a mountain?
Oh, apparently 1997. Neat!
Oh wow, they got a future politician!
Yeah, we were behind the camera this whole time!
I didn't think you'd ever remember to put us in your review, you asshole!
Oh hey, we've got people behind the camera too!
No.
Okay.
You know what? I'll just say it. I know we've been snarky and sarcastic throughout this whole show.
So are we!
Spending too much time at Disney parks doesn't just give you the power to magically transport from one place to another.
Funny you say that, considering one of your collaborators spent his first 2 seasons teleporting onto that.
How the hell did he get here?
Get where?
Yeah, Doggans, get where?
Too bad his shirt doesn't teleport with him.
You know what? I prefer the Florida version.
What?
Everybody hit the deck!
Deceptor! Disgrace!
Let me explain.
Yeah, alright, Tendo, let him out.
I don't care that the seating is less comfortable than Little League bleachers. I don't care that they added 5 minutes to the show and somehow turned 15 of those minutes into pointless padding. And I don't care that the Steamboat Willie ship looks like it was constructed from the back of a box of Captain Crunch. My feet are killing me.
Preach! What do you know? You don't have feet!
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
How did you get here?
Papa bad.
Spaz. Your thoughts?
Oof, that aged. That just aged.
It's okay. World of Color's better.
Is it though?
I mean, yeah, obviously World of Color has better projection and water effects because, goddammit, it better, but that's all it has. Fantasmic has a lot more visually interesting spectacle.
Reviewer? Mind getting off that soapbox? The cast members need it.
Why did they even leave these out? Ow!
And so the review ends with Charlie and Jerk dragging Doggans off to have some Kool-Aid.
Overall, this review is pretty good.
Honestly, if you can only do one attraction for a West Coast versus East Coast comparison, Fantasmic is a pretty damn good choice.
The three genuinely have good chemistry and a good sense of comedy that surprisingly blends well despite the very different styles of comedy between them all. Just damn good work.
As someone new to the reviewer park scene, this was weird, but entertaining, plus educational. Some of the jokes and material were a little edgy for my tastes, but hey, in the end, I think it was fun to watch, especially with fans that know more about the material than you.
Well, this was pretty fun. Thank you guys for choosing to join me. We had a choice? Anyway, I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.
Screw this. I'm going to Guardians.
Okay, so let's get you guys caught up. Hundreds of millions of years ago, there lived a race of godlike beings called the Infinia. Little is known about them today, only that most of them were wiped out long ago, and that they left behind a series of artifacts known as the Infinium Relics. Each one a powerful item in its own right, but nothing compared to having all 7 together, for these relics are the keys that unlock the Infinium Door. The door is said to possess knowledge and power beyond mortal comprehension, that passing through it could make someone into a god, or at least so powerful that the difference is indistinguishable.
And the Multiversal Magic Council is offering these as a prize for some tournament.
I know, right?
And they're cool with us entering?
According to Grimsworth, anyone with any connection to the council is welcome to participate, regardless of how tenuous or how many degrees of Kevin Bacon. We need as many people as we can get to enter so that the relics don't fall into the wrong hands.
Does that mean everyone in your group is entering?
Well, Mistis Riceno and I are definitely competing. Everyone else is trying to decide if they're better off entering or acting as support to those of us who are. I would recommend you two talk to your groups about the same.
Wait, if we all enter the tournament, there's a very real chance we might end up facing each other.
Yeah, that certainly is a possibility. With any luck, we'll all make it to the end, and this whole thing can just be for fun.
So, how exactly does this tournament work, anyway?
Well, for starters, the actual tournament isn't going to be for a while. The organizers have to gather combatants and analyze their skill sets. This will give us plenty of time to train up and be ready for it. The preliminary rounds will apparently take these analyses into account and pair off combatants into contests based on mutual skills. For example, if two people are expert marksmen, they'll likely face off in a shooting range. From there, the intermediate rounds will be randomized pairings and events determined by the organizers. And the finals... well, we'll have to wait and see exactly what they're going to do for that.
So, will we know who we're going to be up against and what events we're going to be participating in?
For the most part, no. They may tell us what to prepare for an event, but that's about it. While the guest list is public, remember that most of these matches will be randomized. We won't know who our opponents are until we step into the ring.
One last question. How did the council even get their hands on the relics anyway?
Xandru makes a good point. Weren't like half of them being held by, you know, Messi's dad, and the others by some mad scientist?
Well, according to Grimsworth, said other mad scientist, Dr. Meinstein, apparently managed to collect them all over the last few years. Afterwards, the council received word and confiscated them before she could do anything with them.
Even the heart?
Yeah, that's kind of throwing me off too. Fortunately, I think I know how to find out.